the outrage about Ace Ventura. Have you heard about this?
No, everybody's mad at Ace Ventura right now.
Millennials specifically
Oh,
are outraged
those millennials.
because you want to guess why?
Because of the Ray Finkel scene.
Yeah, the end scene, and I'm like,
Oh.
and he says to me, like, once again,
And everybody starts throwing. Dude, that is such a funny fucking scene, though. Everybody just starts throwing up.
So we're discussing
Such a
this.
classic fucking scene. You can't get mad at that scene, dude.
You ask
Come
if
on.
he's easily offended, and I asked him about it. And he's like, he just looks at me. He goes, "It's a 40-year-old movie. Get over it. Don't make it again." But it's a 40-year-old movie. It's like, yeah, you're not wrong. Like,
Oh man, those movies are just so fucking classic.
they are. They really are.
So as it, these millennials that are mad about it, are they like trans millennials, or are they just millennials looking for something to be mad about?
I believe it's the second. Yeah, I think people just want to be outraged.
They
now.
just want to be outraged, huh?
They just need to
Well,
get glad.
they're gonna
you know?
fucking shit their pants when they watch Blazing Saddles.
Oh.
That one's gonna put their dicks in the dirt.
You know, I was home on a Saturday, cleaning house and whatever, and I'm flipping through the channels. I have an antenna. I don't have cable.
Oh.
So
wow.
it's an antenna. It's over-the-air TV.
Uh-huh.
Blazing Saddles is on.
No.
I'm dead serious.
Was
It's
every
not even
single word
funny.
bleeped?
It's so censored.
Yeah,
No comedy comes across the screen.
I was gonna say, I feel like I'd just be like beep 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 beep. I figured it would just sound like a telegram coming through or something.
Definitely not the way Mel Brooks intended it.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sure.
yeah. That Mel Brooks.
So, yeah, that was. I read about that outrage, and I was outraged. I was just like,
Yeah,
isn't
that crazy?
It's ridiculous.
That's where we're at in our lives right now, dude. We get outraged at people's outrage.
Yeah. Why are you being so dumb?
Why are you being a pussy?
And
I've been.
I don't even mean to be like that. You're not dumb. You're allowed to be, but I'm not going to be outraged with you. Is that a fair place to be?
Yeah, well, that's what it is. The expectation. That's like you're onto something here. It's that expectation for them to be outraged. They want you to, and if you don't feel the outrage they feel, they immediately are like, you're a piece of shit. Oh. You don't feel mad about the thing I'm mad about? Then fuck you.
I don't know what kind of ist you are, but you're something.
Yeah, some sort of ist. Yeah, oh yeah. Chauvinist, sexist, racist, cyst, ovarian
there's
cyst.
a bicyclist.
Listen, folks, there's a whole lot of cysts out there. Ists, cysts, fists. I got a couple of those.
Don't forget the twists.
Oh, hell yeah.
Garlic twists sound good.
Ooh.
It's tasty.
Ooh. So these folks, they get mad at you for not being outraged about what they're outraged. I just had this recently. I don't know if you heard. I made a couple jokes about Damar Hamlin.
This is the first time hearing of this.
That really upset some people.
Yeah, I may have heard.
And the thing is, everybody is just... They think I'm a piece of shit, that I'm not sad about it. And I get it. It's a tragic thing that happened, but I don't fucking care. So if I don't care about it, I'm just going to make a joke because everybody else is...
You could equate it to when Dale Earnhardt died. When was too soon to start telling those jokes?
Yeah.
Because literally they were making the jokes the next day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they really were. Yep.
Just because he's a dumb hillbilly who drives around a track?
Yeah, he was a redneck. That...
Different because he's not a defensive back in the NFL? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree with you there, fat boy.
Oh, thank you.
Something needs to change. Folks, we'll get to the bottom of why everybody is being such a pussy in America these days.
We know that's what you come here for, is hard-hitting journalism, and that's what we're here for.
This is the one-stop shop for journalism, for terrible jokes, for a lot of complaining. Though, wait till we start talking about our kids, folks. It gets ugly quick. It gets uglier than an ex-girlfriend when we bring the kids into the situation. Anyways, got any hot stories for me?
No, I did. While we were talking about kids, I did have one in the tank that makes me beyond furious, and my kids and wife both do this.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
Crumbs in a bag with the chip click put back on it, put back in the cabinet.
God, dog, that gets me shaking, man.
Good. Could you? I can't even.
Yeah, you end up just fucking getting all the dust all over your face and looks like a fucking stripper dropped some crumbs on her ass and farted in your face by the time you're done with
You're
them.
10 beers in and you just want something to soak it up and...
Oh, man.
Nothing. There's just nothing in it.
And you know what the worst is? My least favorite part about that is when I grab the bag and it's so empty and it's just got everybody's greasy fingers have touched it so many times that you're just like, I'm feeling everybody's filth when I touch it.
Pretty sure that's probably how COVID started.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, probably on a Chinese market where somebody was fucking.
Oh, listen, I'm not getting crazy. It's just somebody's kid.
It was.
And then they touched the doorknob.
I don't think we're allowed to fucking talk about COVID for the YouTubes. We're allowed to talk about a lot of things on here.
The flu.
The flu, folks. It's a wild thing,
yes.
It came possibly from a lab. This flu. And it
may have been named and linked to a beer, a popular Mexican branded beer, perhaps.
Oh, the Modelo virus.
Oh, that's the one. That's
the Dos Equis virus.
Yes, I think that is it. I remember hearing it all over the news.
Yeah.
Dos Equis virus will get you. Get the shots. That's what they told us.
Stay thirsty for them boosters, my friends. Right on, brother.
Thanks for keeping us on track with the not getting banned from YouTube already.
No, I'm trying to look out for you guys. I know you guys are fucking dying for more Definitely Daddies content. We have a lot of content on the way too, folks. We have a lot of ideas. Steve has given me just some hot skits. So we're going to figure out the whole filming of that kit and caboodle. And Steve... I'm not going to give any details away. It's very exciting stuff. More Definitely Daddies on the way. And make sure you guys give us suggestions, too. All you queefs listening out there, letting this just flow right in your fucking ear holes. Take this note and say, hey, I think this is funny. Let me pass that on to the Definitely Daddies. Because we'll take it and we'll put it in the old funny machine and see what jizzes out of the other side of it. That's how jokes work. I have a funny machine, guys. I tell it a couple things. I'll be like, oh, I jizzed on my cat this morning. And then Steve, the old funny machine, it fucking spins around on that noodle of his a couple times. And then it's the wildest shit spits out of his mouth.
The rest of us use a towel. This guy.
Yeah, do you feel okay jizzing on the hotel room towels? Or when you're at a hotel, what...
Yes.
Do you?
That's what you pay for.
That's what I thought.
That's exactly what you pay for.
I didn't know if it was real. I didn't.
Sheets, comforters, curtains, I don't care.
You can jizz wherever you want to jizz in a hotel room, by the way. Folks.
I mean, I feel bad for the next person. I'm checking my bed before I lay down in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I'm jizzing on everything in the hotel when I get there.
I feel bad for the hungover maid who just tossed the sheets back over because that next guy's going to have a rough evening.
He's
going to be itchy.
Itchy, sticky, full-blown whiteout, folks.
So,
well, I got a story for you that
we
were chatting last week, and I wanted to bring it up to you. This is my story of driving with a black. Okay. I got a DWB. This is heavy stuff, folks, but this is a true story. It happened because I had one of my best friends is a black dude. Was giving him a ride down to Logan to buy a used car.
Oh, I have a very good friend who's black also from Logan.
Well, this guy is from...
I don't think it crosses over.
No, I don't think
I'm sure
it does
there's more
either.
than one black person from Logan.
This guy's not from Logan. He was from... I had to pick him up on the north end of Columbus off Moores Road.
Oh.
Take him all the way down to Logan to pick up a used car. Mm-hmm. He also happened to be my weed guy. So I just happened to have a couple ounces of weed on me, too. Because I was killing two birds with one stone, and getting two birds stoned with one joint. And we take off. I don't even bother. I pass right by Lancaster. I'm just like, fuck it. I don't need to drop this off. We'll just go down there and drop your car off.
You got too comfortable, didn't you?
I got too comfortable. Yep. So I had my onesie with me, and I had the 2 ounces of weed, and we get down there, and we're lost. We're going by the fairgrounds down there. A cop comes our way, stares right in, sees us both up front, looks at me, looks at my buddy, immediately pulls a U-turn, and starts following us. Now, I get to the stoplight, completely stop. They have a sign there now that says stop here on red. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking it's because of me. I'll come back to it.
I grew up maybe a quarter mile from where you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So I pull up. There's no stop bar. Mm-hmm. So I pull up to the edge of the intersection before I stop, make a right turn. The cop pulls me over. And I said, well, what seems to be the problem? And he said, you didn't stop at a stop bar back there. Do you mind if I search your car? And I said, I don't want my car searched. Well, I'm actually giving my friend a ride down here to buy a car. Could you give us some directions? Can you help me out? And he said, well, I already called the sheriff as I was pulling you over, and the K9 unit is a block away. So we're just going to have you hang tight here.
NWA was right.
Oh,
but go on. You go on.
You are absolutely
Continue your story.
I need to be telling this story to NWA. They can make a whole album about this story.
Yes.
So I said, well, fuck. I can't beat a K9.
No, you can't.
So the K9 shows up. The sheriff walks up to my car, and I'm just like, last ditch effort. I'm like, dude, this guy had no reason to pull me over. I swear it's because my black friend is in here. This is a really messed up situation. And he could see in my face that it was a genuinely messed up situation. He was like, since I'm not the officer that called this in, he was like, all I'm allowed to do is bring the dog. And I was like, that was my last effort. I was like, well, don't even bother bringing the dog around. I got weed in here. I don't want it to scratch my car up or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't need dog hair in here.
Yeah. So, yeah. Last thing I need on top of all this is a bunch of fucking German Shepherd hair all over my goddamn car. So any shit. I tell him, don't let the dog scratch it up. He says, fuck you, I'm gonna let it do it anyways. Dog goes in there, finds the weed right where I told him it's at. I was like, it's right here, dude, you don't need to do it. And he still brings the dog in there, has the dog sniff the black guy. My buddy Bones, he has the dog like all over him, and the cop starts making jokes right after that too. He's like, oh, you guys like smoking together? Because if you guys share a joint or a bowl, that means you guys are kissing on the lips. That's basically the same as you guys kissing on the lips. And I was like, why the fuck you picturing us kissing on the lips for?
This took a strange turn.
It did. Oh, yeah, this guy was a real piece of shit. I mean, he was definitely a racist. It had to have been. I mean, what other reason would he turn right around, pull me over, and then just start, and he went for Bones the whole time, too.
And he tosses his intergender or
starts giving his opinions.
Racial erotica stories at you.
He's picturing me, a little interrace gay action. Me and my buddy kissing each other on the lips. Fucking. So.
Not that it didn't happen, but he didn't have to picture it on himself. So,
so he takes the weed. I think I'm going to jail. I'm like, all right. The cop is just like, all right, just hang tight. I was like, am I like supposed to get in the back of the car now or something? And my buddy Bones just starts laughing at me. He's like, you ain't getting arrested, dude. And the cop laughed at me too. He's like, it's just a couple tickets is all. And I was like, well, I still want to see this stop bar. I was like, after we're done with this, I want you to take me to the stop bar and show me the stop bar that I supposedly did not come to a complete stop before. Mm-hmm. And he said, oh yeah, I'll show you. So we wrap everything up. My buddy Bones is just like, we should get out of here. He's terrified, dude.
For good reason. He's in Hocking County, and he's not from around here, as they say.
Yeah, exactly.
Poor guy.
So he's terrified. I'm like, no, we're gonna go. I want to see what I want to see this stop bar. We get there, the stop bar, blotch of paint this big. You know how big a stop bar? A stop bar is like from me to you, dude. Like
this bright white. Normally,
yeah. Blotch of paint this big. One single blotch of paint.
Tell me you went to court and got this tossed.
Well, I went to court. Oh, all right. So, anyways, I'll go full circle with the story. So, I get to work the next day, I was the only white dude. It was like I was working at it was called Arrow at the time. It's a recycling. They recycle computer parts. I don't know what they're called now. It's like a company that they take all businesses and stuff, send all their old computers to them. They take them all apart, the processors, everything, recycle them. And then at the back of this building, it was me and like 10 black dudes that just sorted through everything else it was all the junk that made it through the front half of the building. We just literally sorted junk all day. So he comes into work the next morning. First thing in the morning, he's like, "It's true! It's true! White people do get mouthy with the police! I seen it firsthand!" And that's where I got the term DWB, because one of the dudes, Bo, that I worked with, he was like, "Well, shit, you want to hang with the brothers? You're going to find out what it's like to be one of the brothers." It was like, he called it driving with a black. So I go to court, and the judge of Hawking County was my brother's attorney, or my brother's lawyer, when he got busted for selling heroin. So he's pissed. Yes. He's furious to see me in there. I printed off pictures and everything. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to tell this motherfucker this. I'm going to tell these motherfuckers they're going to give me my weed back." And I go in there, and he's just like he does
like you too.
He does every case and then dismisses everyone, and then he's just like, "What are you doing in here?" He already knew what. I mean, I was just like, I honestly was giving but I had the weed and stuff with me, so it's just like, after everything that Brian's went through, you're going to do this to your parents too? And I just was like, all right. So yeah.
It's just weed, dude.
Really? I know. But after that, I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to fight it. I paid like $250 in fines, and I just was a slave to the white man once again. Just another cog in the machine. Lay down.
And that's how they get us.
So you got any piping hot stories to share with me? I feel like I'm hogging over here, folks. I'm sorry.
You're doing great. All
right, well, if you're enjoying, then I just felt like I hogged the mic a little bit.
No, my New Year's resolution is I want to, I wouldn't even know how to get this started, but I want to repeal our seatbelt laws in Ohio because I feel like it's a cash grab.
The cash grab of the seatbelt law.
Because I got pulled over similarly to you. I was at a 3-way stop. Nobody at either way. Stop, go. Cop pulls me over. I didn't. Rolling stopped, he said.
I got pulled over one time for not doing a full 3 second. They said I stopped, but it wasn't for a full 3. Go on, though.
You need to hold your watch up. No. Everybody knows it.
That's a whole nother story, folks.
But yeah, and I couldn't argue that I didn't rolling stop, whatever. But he asks me specifically, "Do you make it a habit to not wear your seatbelt?" And I thought honestly was the best policy, but here we are. I said, absolutely. I make it a habit to not wear my seatbelt. I think it's a ridiculous practice.
Oh yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Literally never saved my life, not once.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I agree. I can't ever think of a time my seatbelt saved my life.
So
that's a very good point.
And he said, and I quote after this, he said, "Well, you might want to put your seatbelt on because that's an expensive habit not to be keeping. It'd be a lot safer if you keep your seatbelt on. Any of those? Nope, it'll be a lot more expensive." And I'm
habit.
like, so I was to 10, and I said, I'm getting petitions signed, and I'm getting this taken off the docket. But
so that's going to be your big thing this year, huh? You're going to be beating on
yeah, that was 3 weeks ago.
That was when you were really drunk and pissed about it, huh?
Yeah, it was. And my energy levels dropped off since then. So, but I'm on my horse.
Well, I heard after 40, your energy level drops off anyway.
Yeah, I need to get tested for low T.
Which brings us to our first sponsor. Folks, we have a sponsor now. This is brought to you by Testosterone. No, I'm kidding. We don't have a sponsor. Anybody wants to sponsor us, though, we'll take your money.
Absolutely.
And we'll talk you up, too. We'll lie about you. You give us fucking $5, we'll tell you have the best product we've ever fucking heard of.
Little Caesars, we will even talk you up. It's bad, but we'll talk you up.
Jesus. Yeah, don't even get me started on Little Caesars.
I don't know.
That's a horror show in there, dude.
Yeah.
You know what? The last 2 times I've tried going there, they say they don't even make hot and ready pizza.
That's what I was pissed about. Just 2 weeks ago, I just had
the
same issue.
This was like a year ago I tried.
I walked in and they looked at me like I was like, where did you come from?
Exactly. It says right on their fucking sign, hot and ready.
That's the benefit
Little
of
Caesars, hot and sign ready.
Listen, and it definitely not we're all stupid because at no point in that sign or any other advertisements does it say good, tasty, delicious, hot, and ready, and they are accurate.
But yeah, they don't even have that going for them now.
No.
Jesus.
You got to use the stupid app.
Yeah. That's exactly what they
Little
told me.
Caesars app on my phone. I would
Oh God.
beat myself to
And
death
it's probably
with my phone.
it's probably like half a gig too. You're just like, why the fuck is this even such a big app?
Pretty sure it's just a ring to money launder somehow. So.
Oh yeah, that Little Caesar. That's a fucking front for the mafia. Little Caesars.
Yeah.
Italy. Little Caesar is from Italy. Pizza.
We can't talk about.
We're not allowed to talk about the mafia isn't a thing, guys. Little Caesars is a legitimately ran corporation. I'm sure there's no money laundered through there. I'm sure there probably are a couple guaps in there working though that boopa da bippa and hey, our pizza doesn't taste cheap enough. It needs more cardboard.
Your impression is awful. It's funny, but it's awful.
Was that pretty good Italian?
Sure.
I'm working on it, folks. Hey, I was working on a New Yorker earlier though.
I feel like it might be the same.
What the fuck we doing over here?
I'm a walking here.
Hey, I'm a walking.
I can't. No, we're not doing Christopher Walken.
All right,
we're not doing Christopher Walken.
No, we're above that, guys. This podcast is so far above everybody's regular stupid level of humor.
We don't take the low hanging fruit. It's
we
too
don't.
easy.
We don't laugh at farts. We don't laugh at people pooping with the door open. We don't laugh at butthole jokes, especially.
No.
All right. Anyways, let's get into some daddy stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you guys all want. Let's talk about shopping with our wives. How do you feel? How do you feel about shopping with your wife?
It's exhausting, and just because we shop differently. Like,
oh, interesting.
Like if we go to Target, I bounce around. I'll go to this department. I'll remember something. I'll go to that department. All the meanwhile, she's got it mapped out. She does hers.
Oh, she
Goes
already
here.
knows exactly what she wants.
Or at least what she wants to look at, yes. And I'm... Okay, kids, stay with her. I'll be right back. And go get batteries or...
Oh, so she lets you separate from the group, huh?
I don't know that lets me is the correct word. I just kind of wander off. Wow. I'm like...
Listen, folks, this is a daddy that takes chances right here.
Yeah, I'm kind of like...
mindlessly, cluelessly just abandoning the family at the grocery store.
Absolutely. Grocery store, definitely.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I remembered I wanted
You've
fresh...
got some fucking balls.
I remembered I wanted fresh bread. I'm going back to the bakery. You guys stay put.
Oh, wow. And then you're gone after that, huh?
No, I'll catch him. I'll catch him back.
You ever think about just leaving and just never coming back? It's like, hey guys, I forgot to grab something over in aisle 2, and then...
No, but that is a great escape plan. I never would have... Yeah.
Where's Dad?
Yeah.
Like,
I just text him.
That's an out.
You guys might want to call an Uber. I'm out.
That would be a skit we could do. That one wouldn't be bad.
Do we know anybody? This might touch close to home for someone. If if somebody's dad
Drake,
went out.
Poor Drake wouldn't be able to handle it. Good thing he's not listening.
Somebody's dad went out for cigarettes and never came home. That would be awful.
So the difference of shopping is what really bothers you, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. See, when I go, I get there with so much enthusiasm. I get usually as stoned as I possibly can before I go in.
That's a great idea.
One of my favorite things, getting drunk before shopping is also fun.
It makes it a lot more tolerable.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Yep. Unless you get too drunk, and then when you have to piss a bunch, and I've been in Kohl's just shit-faced before, damn near blacked out. And
That's probably the best way to be in Kohl's.
Yeah. Well, shopping with your wife.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah, shopping with my family, it just I get in there with a lot of enthusiasm, and at some point I get bored of it. And as soon as that happens, I'm just annoyed at everything. And it goes from a great experience to me just leaving pissed off.
Do you think that's part of our mental problems to begin with? Because I get the same way. I know exactly what you're talking about, where you're just irritable and you're like, I'm fine. Can we just wrap this up?
Yeah.
We've been here for 40 fucking minutes.
Exactly, dude.
Oh,
exactly.
I know.
Just start throwing it in the fucking cart and get your feet moving.
You think you need socks? Socks. Let's go.
Here's your fucking socks.
Yes.
Slam them in the cart, get all passive aggressive with everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do. That's a classic dad move right there, folks. See, with the family, you got to be passive aggressive, but in real life, I'm done being passive aggressive. I've just really been enjoying. I have pissed a lot of people off here lately.
It's wasted energy to be passive. Just be aggressive.
Oh yeah, just
come
be
out
aggressive with it. I'm really enjoying just saying exactly how I feel lately. I was talking about it on the Up Daily yesterday. I think the more offended somebody gets at what you say, the more fake of a person they are.
I can see that. I could definitely
because
see
real
that.
motherfuckers don't ever get offended about anything said.
And if they are, they'll be like, dude, that pissed me off. Buddy, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We'll move on with our day.
Exactly.
Hey, I'll note to self, I won't say that again.
Yeah, exactly, man. So I think it's a fake thing to just let everybody know how mad you are, and I think it's okay to get mad at actions and stuff. But as far as words, I don't know. I think it's just a fake thing to get upset. I think I'm onto something here.
I think you are too. We're gonna have to write one down. I do have one to talk about, but maybe not today. But
okay,
it is along those lines of saying things. Here, we can just talk about it. Let's go. You get a text message and they're like, "Oh, we'll have to hang out soon." Hey, we need to get together soon.
Oh, I hate the "we need to get together soon" guy.
Hold on, I could probably pull. Oh, actually, this person doesn't have my phone number anymore, but used to. Happy birthday, we'll have to get together soon. Merry Christmas, we'll have to get together Dad? Soon. No,
okay.
In his family though. Okay. But it's I probably have 3 years worth of messages that are the exact dates. Dude. Birthday, Christmas.
We've always made an attempt, and we quit. How long ago did we quit working together? Like 5 years ago, probably 4 years ago.
Yeah,
well over 4. We've always made an attempt to hang out multiple times a year, and we always have.
Yeah.
Because we're not that we need to get together soon. We'll be like, okay, we'll win.
Hey, yeah, let's fucking.
See, I have a lot of friends that pull that on me too. And I don't want to call any of them out by name. I'm not going to be doing that. I might do it. I'm kidding.
But you're right.
They know who they are. The ones that are just always like, because I reach out to all my friends that I miss all the time, and and it'll be
good
every
for your mental
months.
sanity to do it.
Yep. And they'll be like, oh yeah, well, let's get together, and I'll be like, well, when? And then it doesn't happen or...
All right. I remembered a topic. Thank you. You led right into it.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful. So, when people say, I'm super busy.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been super busy.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have fucking kids? You have no idea what fucking busy is, dude. Or gals. Dude, I'm sorry.
Amen,
if you
brother.
do not have kids,
Amen,
you do not fucking
brother.
know what busy. And listen, you can think you're busy. It ain't busy.
No,
I promise you.
Amen.
Well, I go to sleep exhausted. I wake up exhausted.
Yep.
Those are my days. I'm sorry,
dude. Yeah, when you have kids,
I'm not telling it. If you don't have kids and you think you're busy, sorry, you're tired. But you're making the wrong choices because you're not busy.
You know what I hate is I have a dog, so I know what it's like to have kids.
Fuck you do. Fuck you do.
You ever met that one?
I've never put my kid outside and let him run around for miles and I come back a couple days later. Never happened.
Oh, yeah.
Cops are getting called if I let my kid do that.
I do tell the kids to go out in the yard sometimes to use the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
When Daddy's meditating in there.
You got the cleanest back in the county, I heard.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, so I had another one.
Uh-huh.
I wrote down some this time, folks, so it's not going to be a bunch of dead air. I'm really happy with how this one's going, too.
Absolutely.
This is a fucking diamond, folks. Episode 1, if you sat through it, God bless you.
We're some stuttering, yammering idiots, for sure.
Bless you. All right, shopping with the wife. We wrapped that one up. How do you feel about Hobby Lobby?
Short of being closed on Sunday, I'm fine with it. Cause
You don't mind going in there, huh?
There's enough to keep me distracted.
Oh, wow. Oh, well, that's right. You get to wonder.
Yes. Oh, you gotta stay on the path.
Oh, yeah. Daddy's on the path, dude.
You gotta find
What do you think this would look like? Well, how do you think this would look at the house?
Well, that sounds exhausting.
That's hard. I just don't know. That's a tough one. You got anything else?
I think I can definitely tell that you helped with the interior design in this place, though. For sure.
Yeah, let's see what I designed here. I did
The beer sign?
I put, well, those were given to me for Christmas. Keisha got me both of those for Christmas.
Nice.
I got a Smallin's Home Bar sign, guys, and a Miller Lite sign hanging up. I do have a Cool Browns thing hanging. I got to pick where that went. So that was... I hung all this up, though, too. I did a good job on that. That's all squared up nicely. I took the camera off my family photos, folks. I don't want you peeping at my family. No, I'm kidding. There's just no reason to have my whole wall up there. This is what you want to see. This is actually what you want to see right here.
The star of the show.
Daisy dog. If you guys aren't watching the video, you're missing out. Me and Steve have been just acting out wild, arms flailing all over the place. If you're just listening... We have done the craziest things. You're going to have to get on YouTube.
We tried to do the wave. There was only two of us, so it didn't really go very well.
Daisy didn't understand it either. We told her to do the wave, and she just lifted a paw up and kind of smiled at us. I didn't know she could even do that, actually, but...
So
all right, here's the next one. We got kids' sports coming up. Spring, right around the corner. How you feeling about it? Who all signed up? What's going on?
My kids' sports don't stop.
Oh, you're in sports right now, huh?
Gymnastics year round.
Ooh.
With the youngest. And Colby plays even winter soccer. We play indoor.
Yeah, Colby's an animal at soccer, too.
He just moved up a division in indoor. And the girls he was playing last week were pretty much our size and knocking the crap out of him, and he was not having a good day.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
He got beat up by a bunch of girls, huh?
Yes. And they lost 4-2, but it easily could have been 8-0. It could have been 10-0. They were so they held in, and I was proud that they did, because that's what he plays winter for, is for a challenge. But yeah, I can't wait to get back.
Did you make fun of him?
No,
you're like, dude.
No, I
you
actually
just got beat by a bunch of girls.
He was so drained. Like
he was playing his hardest.
He never puts his full effort in. I'll say that. He'll acknowledge it. But he was just exhausted, like drained. Like, I'm so tired. And I was like, I didn't have anything. Normally, I'll bust him up for this or that, and I didn't even have the heart to do that. That was just like. Hey, he played good, dude.
Oh, yeah.
He played hard.
Folks, this is what being daddies is all about right here. Yeah.
But spring soccer, I can't wait to get back outside. The grass is green. That's so much fun.
See, folks, what y'all don't know, me and Steve, we're the daddies of the soccer field. We get out there, and the clouds open up, and they shine right on us. We have our camo shorts on.
Soccer mom's got nothing on us.
Oh, these soccer bitches, they don't even know.
I don't even know if they understand soccer.
Oh, man. We had this obnoxious ass... There were some terrible parents out there in the soccer as well, folks. We had this one mom. We had to play against our kids. Like, that's what we started doing for practice.
Yeah.
It would just be whatever parents wanted to play. I'd get good and drink a couple brewskis. Go out there and just...
That's when you're most limber.
I literally would just go out there and berate all these little girls. I'd just be like, you guys suck. I just rubbed it in their face to just get drunk and insult a bunch of little girls. It was a lot of fun. But I also insulted the parents that weren't playing hard enough. Specifically this one. She never came back afterwards either. Because I kept passing her the ball and she'd just be like, what do I do? And I'd be like, you kick it. You kick the ball.
You pass to someone or you dribble. That's a pretty simple game.
It's one of the easiest games to figure out.
It's not like we're pulling skeets here and you have to shoot at it.
But yeah, she was one of those moms that just always was on the phone, never paying attention to her kid ever. You know what I mean? Just and she got sucked in just because everybody else went out, and you could tell she was just doing it to save face. And then went out there, and you could just really tell how much she didn't give a shit about her kids.
That's awful. That is awful.
But you also meet some cool dads. There was a couple dads on the team that I really enjoyed chatting with and got to know pretty well.
Yeah.
So it's a cool thing.
It leads into the people you know. You see their face and you're like, hey, you. Not once you learn their name.
Dad from last year.
I have too many gymnastics friends that I'm like that. I'm like, you.
And it's to the point now where you've known them like long enough to where
I should know their names for sure.
They can't know that you don't know their name now.
Yes.
So you always just like keeping a listen out, like listening for somebody to drop a name here and there. Like, did they just say Karen?
Well, one of them, their kids go to school with my kid, so I definitely should know their name.
Oh boy, jeez.
I don't know. Yeah.
See any good movies lately? Watch any this week?
No. I did watch a movie. We're gonna have to touch on this a later date. I'll give you a homework assignment. It's called Howard the Duck. Have you ever seen it? Okay.
Hallmark movie, huh?
No. It's a Marvel movie. Oddly enough, late 80s. Howard the Duck. Okay.
He's a superhero, ain't he? He made a cameo on the Avengers, wasn't it?
So you're gonna have to watch this trash show of a movie, and then
boy.
we can discuss it because.
Is it harder to sit through than our first podcast?
Yes. Actually, it is. It's rough.
I'll still watch it for you.
It is rough.
Is it streaming on anything right now, or can you just like?
Good question. And if it's not, I have it on DVD, so we can make this happen. We can
make that work
because
out
I have so many problems with this movie. But I want to know what movie you watched because that movie, it scarred me.
Well, it
scars me every time I watch it. Actually, I'm just like, there's more problems here. Like, go ahead.
I watched the new Jurassic Park. It's streaming on Prime Video. This podcast is brought to you by Prime Video, by the way. Shout out to Bezos for giving us bukus of money.
Yeah. Thanks, Jeff. I call him Jeff. We're a little tighter.
Jeff Beck died.
That was upsetting, for real.
That was upsetting. He's a goat, dude.
Great guitarist. Yep. Yes.
But the second best Jeff Bezos, sponsoring this pod.
Making it right.
Hopefully someday. Huh?
Investors? You?
For the Step Brothers. That's what we need to do. We need to just make like a full-blown promotion video. Send it to like Frito-Lay. Send it to everybody. Just be like, do you guys want to sponsor the greatest podcast ever? Look at us. I wonder how many of them we could just fake into like their own department. They're like, oh, these guys look like they got a good podcast.
We'd be sponsored by the blank cans to just say beer on the side and Voight.
And this podcast is brought to you by Pearl. Surprisingly enough, we don't really know how these things work, but somehow we got a hold.
Bukus of them. Oh, so how was?
Anyways, sorry, buddy. Anyways, Jurassic Park. It was wild. I had a few things that stood out. First of all, they way overused the whole... Have you seen the other ones with Chris Pratt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they really, really overused the putting the hand up and the dinosaur
the dog tricks?
Yeah. Oh, they way overworked that, dude. Probably like 40, 50 scenes in that movie where Chris Pratt's just like puts his hand up, somebody puts their hand up, and the dinosaur's just like...
roll over, essentially.
Yeah, the dinosaur rolls over, fucking starts jerking off, and
give him a treat.
Breathes fire, does a couple card tricks, sticks a finger in its ass. I don't know, it does a whole bunch of things, guys. You'll have to watch the movie yourselves to see all the things that these dinosaurs do when Chris Pratt puts his hand up. So that kind of annoyed me, but Dr. Grant comes into this one, and the first scene he comes in, I fucking love it, because they don't do a face shot. You just see a silhouette of this dude with the hat on, with the swagger, just walking. You see him walking away from the
partial gray beard.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude! I fucking seen that little shimmer of beard. I was like, first of all, fuck Chris Pratt. This is my dinosaur man right here. He's been my dinosaur man since I was like 4 years old. Chris needs to get his handsome face out of there. When did Chris get so handsome too?
Oh, he is like candy. He is a beautiful man.
Parks and Rec. Somebody told me I looked like Chris Pratt back in the day, And that was when he was on Parks and Rec.
You're so
People
lucky.
don't tell me I look like Chris Pratt no
People
more.
tell me I look like Seth Green.
You do look like a big goofy Seth. Oh, well, we can be the Seths. I look like Great Value Seth Rogen. That's my Seth Rogen laugh. How was that?
Hey, oldie Seth Rogen. Yes.
So anyways, you see Dr. Grant fucking instantly just got super chubbed up when I seen him. The movie itself was all right. The plot was kind of hard to follow. The dinosaurs, there's a lot of cool dinosaur scenes though, where they just really CGI'd the fuck out of it and get some cool ass dinosaur scenes.
Did you see it in three? Oh, you watched it. You watched it here. You didn't watch
Yeah,
it
I
in
watched
3D.
it on the I watched it on the TV. The kids were acting like fucking crazy animals. So
That's what they do when you want to watch a movie. Everybody knows that.
I know, dude.
Set a clock to it. Hey, I want to watch a movie. Oh,
Yep.
the kid ant
You hear
meter. The kid ant meter just went up.
Yeah, hey, we're gonna turn a movie on. You hear the whole toy bin just dump out.
I want to play football in the hallway.
That's a certain noise too. The whole toy bin going. You know when you just hear all that go all over the place, you're like,
It's not a toy bin in my house. It's a Lego. It's a huge thing of Legos, and I'm like,
you better get the slippers handy because not all those are getting picked up, dude.
Yeah. Those are going through a toe.
So the dinosaur scenes were pretty fucking cool. The plot was kind of hard to follow. Oh, go ahead. You could plan on watching it? Can I give away the whole movie to you? Or
Sure, but you might want
spoiler alert for anybody that fucking hasn't watched the Jurassic Park. Get your tits in front of a TV, turn it on. Everybody has Prime Video. Watch it, and then listen to this again. Pause this right now. Whatever you're doing, if you haven't seen it, pause it.
to. I don't have Prime Video. I only have an antenna.
Yeah, Steve has an antenna. I'll figure that out.
I'm broke.
We'll pump
I have
it.
kids.
We'll figure it out. We'll put up a little radio tower next to him and broadcast it.
Yes.
I have 3
Spoiler
kids
alert.
as well. That grocery bill is fucking outrageous too, by the way. That was another thing I want to talk about with you at this store. Anyways, we moved on from that.
Go lay down.
So, Chris Pratt's daughter gets kidnapped, and at the same time, this raptor that lives like in his backyard, her baby gets kidnapped too. So it's like a dual kidnapping thing where Chris Pratt's like, I'm gonna save your baby and mine. You know what I mean? So that's like the whole plot of the movie is him finding these poachers that stole his daughter and the baby raptor. And the whole movie, Keisha's just waiting for the end because she knows there's going to be that scene where the baby raptor and mama get back together, which ends up happening. Spoiler alert. Baby doesn't die. I know you guys were all rooting for it too. I always root for the worst thing to happen in movies. Baby gets reunited. Baby and mama raptor run off. You just see like a couple bushes. Mama raptor comes back around. Gives a little fucking tip of the hat to Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt fucking looks right back. Sneaks a little wink. And then she's off after that.
That is so cheeseball fake. It
Oh,
pisses me off to know the end of it now. Like, now I don't even
I
want
knew
to.
it was gonna kill you.
Oh. What happened?
They were trying to get the tear like on Puss in Boots Got Me, and they didn't get it, man.
What happened to just bad and and then everyone died. That's the end.
There we go, guys.
What happened to those movies? They don't make them anymore.
I know. I like a movie that you watch and it's just a heavy ending, like American History X. Wild movie, and in the end, the kid just gets fucking shot. That's
Perfect example, exactly.
And you're just like, yo, what the fuck? I don't know how I fucking feel about that. That just really...
I forgot.
Ow.
I forgot that today is Friday the 13th. Jason
hell
kills
yeah.
everyone. Hey, end of movie. What happened to those movies? I just love those movies.
Oh, me too. Me too, brother.
I do. You know what? I'm a sensei, so Disney still gets me too. But I like some bad ending movies every once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
I like a Natural
Jurassic
Born
Park's not
Killers.
Disney either.
I know.
Oh, okay. I was just I didn't know if it was Disney. I was asking. Well,
I don't think it is.
You said some good war movies?
No, some good, just bad ending movies. Like I just like those.
Oh, me too,
Where
yeah.
there's no happy ending. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pulp Fiction.
Yes. Yes.
Dude gets fucking raped at the end of it. I mean, that's he's like
yeah, but he gets justice because
like,
they
I'm
kill
pretty
him.
fucking far from okay.
They
yeah,
kill the dude,
that's true.
So.
He does get some justice.
So that is a happy ending.
Yeah. Oh, I guess that's a happy ending.
Because I was just watching Natural Born Killers, and I don't know if that's a happy ending or a sad ending, or not even a. Because they go on this killing spree, and then I know they get. Oh, yeah, I don't want to spoil that movie either. But yes, it's a dark movie with a not happy ending.
What about The Hateful Eight? Have you seen that one?
Is that Tarantino?
Yep, that's the Tarantino movie where they're all in this little. They're in a haberdashery, and they all end up just killing each other.
I don't know that I've seen that.
I watched it. I had never seen it, and I watched it as a workout movie. It was a fucking long one. I watched it last year when I was hitting the elliptical, and it took me like 3 45-minute sessions to watch it. It was a good movie though, but it was definitely definitely a heavy one. I like burping into the mic.
I got you.
I like giving everybody a little bit of the sauce.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jurassic Park. That was my movie for the week. Let's see, retail. Me and you both worked retail, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
You got a story of who you pissed off more than anybody else?
Yeah. The little old lady up front.
You pissed a little old lady
yes,
up front.
Little old lady who worked in the front. She worked customer service. You and I both know her. I won't say her name because, hey, possibly she listens.
Yeah, she might be a listener. Justine, get your old ass on. Wait, I'll bleep that one out. Get your old ass on here. Listen to the greatest podcast on earth.
She is such a sweet lady too, but
she's a
so
sweetheart.
bad at me.
She is one of the kindest women you could ever meet.
Just a big sweetheart.
She still remember. I haven't worked there for fucking over 10 years, and still when I go in there, she just says, "Hey, Sean, how you doing?" Still looks the exact fucking same too.
Yes.
16 years, she still looks identical to how she looked.
And I thought so clearly she's got to be in like her 90s, right? Because I thought she was old when she worked with us. So
yep, Coy still works there too.
I know. Poor Coy.
Oh yeah, sorry, we're not dropping names.
No, we're good.
We're not dropping last names.
Anyway, so I go up front and I worked non-foods. I worked drug GM. So
general merchandise,
stock diapers, aspirin, stuff like that. And I had a question
with a couple real winners.
Oh my god, there was some talent. Anyway, I had a problem with whatever I was doing, and I needed to page the store manager.
Mm-hmm.
So I walk up front, and I pick up the phone, and Steve Grinds to blah, 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 whatever the number was.
Mm-hmm.
And I hang it up, and she looks at me. She cannot believe I just said that.
Disgusted with you. How dare you?
That is Mr. Grinds to you. And I was like, and I just looked right back at her, and I said, he doesn't call me Mr. Faulkner. I'm not calling him Mr. Grinds. We're on the same playing field. I don't care that he's our manager.
Yeah.
That was my second, possibly third job. I didn't care to be there anyway. So
absolutely. See, the thing at Kroger's, folks, they were corporate cunts, and they told you if somebody was a manager, you had to call them Mr. or Mrs. if you paged them over the speaker. One time I got on the speaker and I paged for Sharon Peters. I said, Sharon Peters, get over to the magazine aisle. Somebody's looking for you. I did that one late one night. But the dude I pissed off the most was our pharmacist. After I worked in the produce for a few years and went back to the pharmacy for like a year and a half.
Uh-huh.
And the pharmacist back there, pharmacists are weird folks. They're kooky. And this guy was he hated me. I don't know why he hated. There was a dude, I'll tell you why he hated me. I started working back there, and right off the rip, there was this dude that was in pharmacy school that was stealing drugs, stealing Vicodin, stealing all kinds of shitloads of them too. And he started doing it right when I started back there. And apparently all the pharmacists knew but weren't saying anything. And I'm like 90% sure they thought it was me. But it turned out to be this pharmacy intern.
You do have a look to you that you.
Well, I was on pills I was legitimately on drugs at the time, selling drugs at the time. I wouldn't have. I'm not a fucking retard.
Yeah.
I'm not going to steal from a corporation.
Literally cameras everywhere.
Yeah, cameras everywhere. Obviously, I'm never going to do that. I thought about it, though. I thought about it a lot. I mean, sometimes I'd be in there withdrawing, and I'd just have to be sitting counting fucking opiates all day, and I'd just be sweating like shitting all day.
These sure would call my shakes.
Oh, dude, it was hard sometimes.
Yes.
But that's a whole nother story for another day. This is specifically about the dude I pissed off. So we got into this whole thing because I kept wearing jeans to work, and they said that behind the pharmacy they wanted us in black pants. And I was like, I'm in a union. It says I'm allowed to wear jeans. Mm-hmm. And another thing about Kroger's, folks, is it's a union place. So you pay $7 a week for a union, and they're supposedly supposed to fucking look out for you in situations just like this. So I was like, I don't have to. I'm not going to do it. Well, eventually, I come in one day. He just tells me to go home. I come in jeans. He says, just get out. I'm done dealing with this. I said, you can't just make me leave, dude. Mm-hmm. He said, get out of here. Go home and put on black pants. I said, I don't have any. I was strung out on pills. I wasn't going to go out and fucking buy. I was already paying $7 a month or a week towards a union. And strung out. I wasn't going to fucking go out and buy a pair of black pants.
Yeah.
I was going to go out and buy drugs. You know. So I was like, I don't have any.
Got your priorities straight.
So he sends me home. Yeah, exactly. I had great priorities at the time. Had at least a lot of fun. He sends me home. I call the union rep. He says, go back in. He's not allowed to do that. I come back in, and the union rep talks to him, tells him I'm allowed to be there in jeans. He's not allowed to send me home like that.
Yeah.
And then he comes and apologizes to me. And instead of accepting his apology, I was fucking red hot. You know, knowing me.
You tilted the teeter totter back. You're like, fuck this, I'm going home.
Oh, dude. Oh, man.
Did you?
No, well, I quit. Oh. No, I stuck around for like another 3 weeks just to piss him off. Oh, I trolled the fuck out of this dude before I ended up quitting. So he apologizes to me. He's like, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't know the rules. And I said, well, you should have. I've been telling you the rules for like the last 3 months.
And you making it up.
And you act like I don't know what I'm talking about, dude. I told you exactly what the rules are, and you kept telling me I was wrong. You never looked them up, and you just wanted to keep telling me I was doing something wrong. I said, you should be sorry. And that set him the fuck off, dude. His face turned beet red. He got like nose to nose with me. He's like, I am your fucking manager. You don't ever fucking talk to me like that. And I said, dude, I'll say whatever the fuck I want back here. And then I immediately called the union. I called the union rep as soon as he said it. I said, dude, I was like, I came back here. I told you he was going to retaliate. I walk back here, and he immediately gets in my face, tells me I'm his fucking manager, and I need to watch how I talk to him. So he ends up having to do like a month and a half of management training. Like on those weekends, he has to like go and like retrain for this shit. And then 3 weeks later, we have like the busiest day ever, and I just walk out on lunch. So fuck you, dude. If you ever see this, you suck. I fucking still hate you.
I'll tell you what, there's no better feeling than an exact timed quitting. Like, I quit.
Dude, feels so good. I've quit probably fucking 6 or 7 jobs. I walked out at Pizza Cottage on the 4th of July. We had like a slamming night and then just like a huge sink full of dishes. And they were like, all right, go ahead and get started on them. And I just was like, I don't think I'm going to. And then I just walked out the back door and went home. That one felt pretty good too. I walked out at TS Tech. I just fucking left on lunch there. They called
you and about 7,000 other people.
Oh yeah, yeah.
My brother has a story. He's
walking out of TS Tech.
You just nope. No,
yeah, you just go
anymore.
on lunch and
I'm done.
You just go on lunch and you decide that's enough.
Yep.
Easy enough. We're almost done with the podcast. All right, take it easy.
The paper place. I worked at the paper place 3rd shift, and I looked at my arms when I woke up in the morning. There's paper cuts all up and down your arms, and it's 3rd shift.
You look like a fucking emo girl in junior high school,
it sucked. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going back. And the temp company I was working for, they're like, hey, are you going? No, I'm not.
What, were you with a temp agency or something?
Yeah.
Which one was it? Eclechet? The one here in town?
Yeah, it was the one right next to Wendy's, whatever that was.
Yeah, that was Eclechet.
Yeah.
That was the one that had TS Tech, and they're like, well, we're never going to be able to give you any more opportunities. And I was like, this is the opportunities you guys give? I don't fucking want them.
that was the problem, is apparently I was getting paid $16 an hour, and they were paying me like $9.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
they get a huge
cut. I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, when I worked at NIFCO, I went through another temp agency, and they did a good job over there. Because I told them, I was like, hey, I'm getting burnt out. They're like, well, just give us a couple days notice. And so I told them, I was like, okay, well, in 2 days, I don't want to work there no more. They're like, okay, let us know when you want another job. So apparently you just have to give some sort of notification with these queefs, and they'll let you kind of get away with what you want. But I don't got to worry about that now. Still fucking working at Granny's.
Yeah.
Taking care of my old folks. I fucking love taking care of my old people too. I have this old lady I deliver to. Been delivering to her for 7 years. Her name's Delois. I don't know if you ever delivered to her or not.
That name sounds familiar.
Her name's Delois Williams. She's an old black lady. She calls herself my black mama. And she always is like, and anytime she talks about my kids too, she's like, you make sure they're black you told this that she wants me specifically to refer to her as my black grandmother, or as their black grandmother. And she always refers to herself as my black mama. But she's fostered a whole bunch of kids throughout her life, like shitloads of kids. She was a foster mother for like 40 years or something. And being somebody like that, she's such a unique person. And I got to see her yesterday and chatted with her for like 10-15 minutes. She's just such a fucking gem, dude.
That was my favorite part.
That's the best part of the job, dude. There's
between
so
that
many,
and Meals on Wheels, I was like,
there's so many irritating, hard to deal with things when you deal with old people, but especially seeing the naked old people.
It's that one diamond that you're like,
yep. There's
I'll be happy to see David or whatever, fill in blank of the name. Abe, perfect. Maybe not so much Abe, but you know what we're talking about. there were some people.
There was a couple of them.
Yeah, I had a lot of those over the years, and
Yep, that's
something I do miss,
because it is very hard to deal with old people, dude.
Mm-hmm.
They really try to suck the life out of you. But being a comedian, I always tell myself I am not gonna let anybody be grumpy around me, and my favorite thing is catching these old fuckers off guard, and they don't even know what hit them. When I get I'll be like, I'm gonna get in here and get this motherfucker rolling. And if they bite on like one of my first jokes, and I really can get them fucking laughing, that's my favorite thing, dude. I'll leave there just like, hell yeah, I got a little pep in my step. I'm feeling great. I cheered somebody up today, you know.
Yep, I do know.
I fucking love that.
Who was that? Raquel and I delivered to the same person. He was in Newark, I believe, and he didn't have legs, so he didn't get out of bed much. But he always had some quip or something.
Coincidentally, he drank Johnny Walker. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, no, but he was just a good dude, and he always had his jokes, and I was like, man, if that dude can stay positive.
Was it Frank?
It was like one of the first stops there in Newark.
It was in Newark?
Yeah.
Okay. I had a dude with no legs as well. He just passed away a couple weeks ago. I actually really got upset about it. He was one of my favorite clients, too. Because he was always smoking weed, gambling, and drinking. And you would think I would have nothing in common with an old black dude with no legs. Me and him have probably more in common than me and fucking Steve have in common.
You are really surprised with some of these people.
Oh,
you're like,
dude.
Yeah,
they live the fucking exact same life as me, and we have so much fucking fun laughing about it. I'd be like, I'd go in there and see a whole bunch of scratch offs everywhere. I'd be like, God damn, you look like a fucking loser, dude. And we'd just start immediately drilling into each other. He's always fucking drunk, always smoking a whole bunch of weed. And his thing, he had his jokes as well. He'd always say, when you gonna loan me that lousy $1 million? And every time I'd always have something new, I'd look in the bag, I'd be like, it's not in this bag or something. One time I got him with the old, I think I got something in my pocket for you. Pulled the old middle finger out on him. He fucking laugh, dude. Me and him both just laughed, nothing but laughter for like a solid minute, man.
Yeah, I texted you about that building they closed down the other day, and the one that they shot behind, the dude was doing the interview. So they're doing the interview about that building closing. I forget which one it was I sent to you.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, oh, thank God I don't have to do that one anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, that building, the left building.
The Sawyer Towers.
Is that the one, that's the brown ones, not the other ones, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Sawyer Towers is the one I'm thinking of. And I had some people in that place, and that place was like, I understand why you guys are having... Why you guys have jokes, because this place is awful.
Horrific. roaches
God.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I went in that building one time, and it looked like somebody got murdered in the bathroom. Blood everywhere, dude.
We had there was I don't know, a lawyer or a doctor or whatever. He was in a suit, and he comes in. He's on his phone. He leans against that padded wall in the elevator, and the rest of us in the elevator look at him and go, "What are you doing?
Yeah, I know. You
don't touch that.
You don't touch the walls in here, buddy.
I hope you don't like that suit because you're gonna burn it." It was awful.
Yeah, it's really horrific the conditions some of these people live in, and how they still manage to be happy every day.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
That's what really fucking draws me in, dude.
I agree. And that's, once again, it helps my crippling depression also, because if these people can be happy,
So can I.
what am I pouting about?
That's
What
what
am I
got
being
me
a
into
fucking
comedy.
baby about?
I said, if I can cheer these old people up, I can cheer anybody. If I can get them laughing, I can literally make anybody laugh. Daisy, no, you ain't getting nothing. You big ding dong. All right, well, listen, folks. That's our hour. We've been going. I promised you an hour every week. I wish I could promise my wife that.
15 minutes at a time, buddy.
I wish I could promise my wife that. Any more times you want to throw out there? Because I'll keep using the same joke.
No.
You guys get it. Anyways, everybody, thanks for joining in. You got any last words, Stevis?
No. Thank you. Thanks. It's good catching up again.
It's good catching up with you. I fucking love hanging out with you, man.
Yes. Hey, maybe soon we can do this at my place.
Wink, wink. Possibly new location next week. So yeah, we're going to be working on a bunch of things, guys. Stay tuned. This is just the beginning of it all. We have a zillion ideas. We got fanny packs full of ideas, folks. And plenty of snacks to keep us fueled up to. Because that's what daddies are all about. Snacks and fanny packs.
That's right.
And 6 packs of beer and paying tax. I don't know. I can't think of any other acts to rhyme there.
That's why you're not a rapper.
Prozacs. A lot of Prozacs, too. And kooky meds.